Alright mate, hope you're good. We're back on the same stretch of canal today, where we're going to jump into episode 2, the tackle box. Let's dive in. Right, okay, let's jump into it. Firstly, I want to start by saying you don't need tons and tons of kit. Just a few essentials, handful of lures, and you're good to go really. If you're just starting out, don't get too bogged down with loads of stuff, would be my advice. The first thing you're going to need is a leader. Every man and his dog uses fluorocarbon really, between 5 and 10 pounds fine. It's super abrasion resistant, bit of insurance against pike, and yeah, it's invisible in water. So I run mine down to a tiny little clip, and it's just nice and easy to swap lures out and stuff like that. So yeah, invest in a good leader. So another important leader to carry is a wire trace. If you're specifically targeting pike, then you might as well just bang a wire trace on, to be fair. Me, I fish for everything, so I like the fluoro, but if I am specifically targeting pike, I'll always stick wire on. And also, if you ever put a treble hook on as well, so if you fish crankbaits, spinners, spoons, as a rule of thumb, just always stick a wire trace on. That's probably a good segue into the next bits that I carry. Obviously, every fisherman's going to need some lures, aren't they? So yeah, I split mine down into 2 types. So I have searching lures that I use for covering water, trying to find fish, and then I have my static lures like drop shot stuff and Ned stuff that I'll, if I'm fishing a specific feature or I know where the fish are, I'll just fish something static and stick it right in the face. Right, okay then, so firstly, search baits. You're probably going to want something like that. Little shads, yeah, little tiny spinners, crankbaits. Really good when you're on a new stretch of water and you don't know where the fish are or anything like that, and you need to cover a bit of water really. You fish stuff like this, get in and around everything. Hopefully you'll find some fish. Your hard baits can be a bit more expensive. If I was just starting out, I'd buy some 2 gram jig heads, nice little pack of shads. You're fishing, you're searching them out, get yourself out there guys. And then, so for your static baits, you're going to want something like this little Ned rigged worm, or creature bait, something like that. Something you can just bang on the bottom, leave it there, have a sip of your coffee, turn the reel handle, leave it there, have a sip of your coffee, yeah. And that's for when you've found fish. You can really pick a shoal apart. And then, oh, I like these to be fair, on drop shots. Like, get yourself some of these, nice little drop shot bait, similar to Ned really. Cast it, leave it there, drag it back nice and slow, sip of your coffee, fishing really slow. It's for when you want a fish, like I said before, a specific feature, or you've found fish. So yeah, there, pretty much your lures covered there. Get out fishing. Okay, then the last thing I'm going to cover is your jig heads. If you're obviously fishing and stuff, you're going to need jig heads. So me, I use tiny little lures. I'm a massive fan of the Z-Man stuff, so I like these little shad heads. Don't know if you can see there, they have a little nice little eye on, look like a little fish. I carry a couple of weights. I carry 1.7 gram and a 3.5 gram one as well. and if it's really choppy and windy I may up it to a 5 gram, but they're my go-tos. I also like the Z-Man micro Ned heads like that. They're like my static stuff. Like if I'm dead sticking stuff, I'll use these little flat bottom jig heads. And then if I'm fishing creature baits under bridges and things, this is a big go-to of mine. It's an EWG hook, which means it's weedless. You can fish, creatures and stuff, fish the bottom confidently that you're not going to lose half your kit. And then I also carry some little drop shot weights and a pack of size 4 drop shot hooks, and that's pretty much everything I carry, guys, to be honest. Like that, I find the more stuff you carry, the more bogged down you get. You have too many options almost, and then you just end up swapping and changing every 2 minutes, and you're not fishing effectively. Which brings me on to my next point. In episode 3 I'm going to do a proper session where I'll cover a load of water and we fish. We're going to learn how to cover water and fish effectively and all that kind of thing. So if you enjoyed that, please consider liking and subscribing, all that jazz. And please tune into episode 3. Thanks for your time.